Hi, it's Taryn Sydow here from LightWalker. So it is 27th of December, and so it's time for us to do the new moon reading. Technically, new moon was yesterday, the 26th of December, and we've been in this period of festivities, the holiday season. So if you have celebrated over the last few days, I send you lots of good wishes and love, and I hope that you've had a great time with your family and friends and whoever you choose to connect with and call your tribe. So I'm going to be doing a new moon reading today. Those of you that follow me will know that I try as much as I can to send out a new moon reading every month, and it really depends on the guidance I receive as to whether to pursue that or not. And they've been very active, and we're finding ourselves in quite a portal. So I'm not sure, some of you may have been experiencing this since the last full moon in December up until new moon has been a great period of karmic release. That means many things that need to be faced and need to be dealt with and need to be ended or released or revealed in some way, shape, or form have come to the surface. And that process is continuing. This process of karmic transformation, as the way they're putting it, is an opportunity for us to transform the karmic wounds and the karmic patterns that we've been in. And that is the work of the brave. It is the work of those of us that are willing to truly step into embracing the possibility of a new kind of life for ourselves. And so they're calling this reading the pathway to 2020, because we are now entering into that. And any of you that have worked with me long enough know that the guides don't really hold that much in terms of it's a new year, and so everything shifts in a new year. But it does bring with it a karmic possibility. And the year 2020, in numerology terms, is a master year. So year 22-4. So if you add it up, it's 22 is a master number and it comes to a 4. If you want to know a lot more about that, then you're more than welcome to join us on our Setting Your Soul Compass workshop in January. We do a lot of amazing work there with understanding the frequencies for the year, for yourself as an individual and for us as a collective. But as a collective, which is what this message is about today, we find ourselves on this pathway to 2020. So in this sort of window between the sort of previous decade and this new decade, and the decade, that sort of millennial kind of energy that comes with it, brings with it infinite possibility. And so 2020 being a master year creates a real gateway for the ascension process. And so if any of you are deeply drawn to the ascension process, watch this space, because I'm going to be launching a LightWalker's Ascend program for 2020, where we'll be working with the ascension energies and the 5D consciousness and really bringing forward so much of this new kind of frequency and really embodying it and learning how to engage with that. And I've been given a lot of data recently, both through what's been coming into my field of vision from other teachers and healers, and also through my own meditations around accessing various platforms in the mental halls and getting access to various keys and codes and light language and sigils, so to speak, codes, so to speak, that can help us with unleashing our own blockages to the ascension process. It's like breaking through a glass ceiling. So today, in this pathway to 2020, holding in mind this karmic healing and this karmic release process, I'm going to be connecting with the Diamond Ray Council, and it seems to be very guided as well, with an overlap with the Intergalactic Council at this point in time, and bringing forward a message that they want to share with us at this point in time. They're asking me to pull a card, so I'm going to do that to set the tone for this reading. So those of you that are interested, the I Am LightWalker cards, the cards that you see me working with here, are now ready for purchase. So I'll put a link in and you can get your own set. They are absolutely amazing to work with in terms of connecting yourself to your highest guidance. Right, so I can't make this up. Let's shut up. This is the card that's come forward. You're not being punished. And this is the card that always comes forward around karma. Is that karma is not a reward and punishment scheme. It's not a new age heaven and hell. It's really a process of breaking free of patterns, of equalizing and bringing ourselves to notice what is it that we've been resisting and what is it that we need to embrace. And we can't only be the light, we need to embrace the shadow. And so very much karma is an opportunity for holistic healing, for an opportunity for us to step into the whole. And so this card is the card that's coming forward to support us. It does come from the suit of cards. It says you are safe. So that's a really powerful thing, is to know that when we're talking about karma, it's really in this grounded safety that the guides and the Intergalactic Council and the Diamond Ray Council and all beings of light that I work with support. It's like a cocoon. It's like the womb of possibility when we work with karma. It's not, it doesn't have to be difficult in the sense of being dark and alone. When we talk about the dark night of the soul, it's actually a bit of a fallacy, because it's so much more about a sort of loving embrace. It's like a womb of comfort that we can connect with if we allow ourselves to. And this is the most important part, is when we're dealing with things that may be difficult for us to deal with, we tend to often go into our protected, ego, withdrawn state, rather than staying connected to our higher self and to our light and to our divinity and to our guides and all the beings that love us and support us, and let them help us through it, let them work with us through it. Is that this independence is a big thing that we need to break up. There's allowance of support, an allowance of healing, an allowance of things to shift as they need to. Right, so I'm going to connect in, and then we can see what it is that they want to tell us. If it's the first time you're watching, I tend to go into a bit of a quiet state and connect in with the Diamond Ray Council. I sometimes then shift in the way that I speak. It's not anything too weird, just notice it. It might seem different if you're watching it. And then often they'll bring in a light language frequency, a light language transmission as well. So if that happens, let's see what it is they want to bring forward today. Right. We are honored to be with you today, to use this portal of time as an opportunity to bring forward some frequency and wisdom. Wisdom not by our own acknowledgement, but wisdom as in the timeless ancient connection to knowing. A knowing that allows things to expand. When we talk about this word knowing, we encourage you to connect with that word now. Knowing. Knowing links to knowledge. Knowing links to calmness. Knowing links to connectedness. We encourage you all that are watching this transmission now and any time in the future, to close your eyes and take a deep breath and connect with the knowing within you. Just ask yourself to be shown knowing. It's the breath of knowing, the body of knowing, the mind of knowing. the feeling of knowing, the reminder of knowing. There's a part of you with deep, deep knowing. As we create a portal, a chance for you to reconnect back to the knowing part of you, the all-knowing part of you. The part of you that has connection to infinite wisdom beyond time, space, intellect, fear. This knowing part of you is here to support you, guide you, love you, and indeed even lead you if you wish. As you put your hands over your chest and just allow yourself to fully immerse into the feeling of knowing. Knowing you are safe, knowing you are loved, knowing you are supported, the ultimate knowing that you are light, that you are the divine in human form. So much is spoken of about the ascension process, the process of ascending. Language is a powerful, powerful tool. And we acknowledge that this is a word that allows you to connect with a process that you feel is important at this point in time. One that allows things to become more and higher and lighter. However, by contrast, if we talk of ascension, then there is a descension possibility. And we would like to ensure the awareness that descension, the opposite of ascension, is not a real possibility. The possibility that exists when you don't remind yourself to connect with your knowing is to stagnate, to end up in a place of hollowness, emptiness, stuckness. And so whenever there's a reference to an ascension, to a need to elevate, to become more of, to expand in consciousness, we would like to remind you that the ascension is not an outward act of process. It's an inward connection back to the knowing that has always existed within each soul. The inward process of connection to the knowing part of you allows action to be taken from a new place. It allows thought to be created from a new frequency. It allows emotions to be healed from a new comfort. The knowing part of you, as it expands into you, ascension becomes possible through new words, new thoughts, new actions, new ideas. As you connect with the part of you that is knowing, Ascension is created through new words, new thoughts, new ideas, and new actions. And even if we drop the idea of Ascension at all, the possibility of a new life, the possibility of you creating all that you wish and desire comes from connecting with the part of you that is knowing, and allowing that part of you to support, guide, and lead you. This is indeed the work of stillness, of patience, and allowing yourself to break up with the patterns that have held you in a perceived punishment for so long. Break up with the thoughts and the ideas and the words and the actions that hold you in the perception of being trapped. You are free, and the part of you that knows it is the part of you that wants to breathe, wants to explore, wants to live. This knowing part of you has existed with you, inside of you, waiting for permission, waiting for the opportunity to step forward and say, hello. We are teasing this channel of Hello Darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Beautiful song. Each time you allow yourself to reconnect, the choice point of connection to the knowing part of you is the only action that is needed. We are not going to spend a lot of time with you today around this. Our wish and our desire is for you to take some time each day, put your hand on your heart and summon the courage to connect the part of you that knows, the all-knowing part of you, and allow that part of you to instruct you on what to do next, what action to take, what words to speak, what thoughts to think, what song to sing. This creates new portals, new pathways, new opportunities for light. And through this, we can support you, guide you, love you into an expanded version of truth. That is all for today. Again, short and sweet and to the point, I guess. It feels like there's some more information that they want to bring forward, and I'll add that into the email that I send out to you. But those of us that are brave enough to take the guidance, to connect every day, it's the part of us that is knowing, are the ones who can create miracles. And so this pathway to 2020 is a pathway of miracles. Pathway of miracles. Sending you lots of love. I'll be in touch soon. Namaste.